Hello everybody, this is TangoLOG number 21. So no bar again today because today I wanted, I think I mentioned before also, that I wanted to keep talking about the feet, and specifically I'm going to try to paint on my calf information that I found from an anatomy book. So last time I talked about this book here, based on a recommendation by Elsa, who's an osteopatha, and she's really good, and I've been to a few sessions with her, and then she had this book on her shelf, so I asked her about it, and it's really good. So what I found about in this book was this, how do I show this? Alright, so what I found was basically this thing here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called like a stirrup muscle function in releve. So that sounds pretty relevant to dancing, because I mean, being in high heels and stuff, I feel like a lot of times I'm actually using my quads or my trapezios, which has nothing to do, like say, like, you know, to have more, go more into the floor, and then I'm tensing up here. So really, there's like a breakdown in this book of the calf muscles that are involved in making the foot go like, how do I show this today then? Go like this, and then to also, this looks horrible, to go like this way and that way. So also there was a couple of YouTube videos that I found helpful that I've included in the link. So basically what I want to get to today, well, these are like ideas that hopefully will help me do the exercises that I mentioned before correctly, you know. So there's a YouTube video of a yoga guy, I think, he's a yoga guy, who talks about one muscle. Am I on the screen? So yeah, he talks about one muscle here that goes to here, and another muscle that goes from here. And so the idea is there's like a stirrup from this muscle and this muscle that makes the foot go like this way and this way, like pulling on each one, something like that. So I'm gonna go over those muscles and then hopefully paint them out. Well, if Puma doesn't eat the paint first. Anyways. And then there's also like there's a muscle back here on the leg that is involved in what they call plantar flexion, it sounds like. So it's involved in pointing the feet. So what I feel like I usually do is use these two like big muscles here, but instead there's actually like some long muscle, more deep muscle back here. Oh gosh, did I just put my butt in the camera? Sorry, anyways. Okay, the idea is for this part. There's a deep muscle here, inside here, that I want to be using more than like these like big chunky calf muscles and the quadriceps. So okay, so that being said, the first muscle that we will look at is, looking at the other book, is, let's see, the tibialis anterior. So in the book, it looks like this. And so what does it look like in my body? Well, let's see. I have my handy crayon paint set. So let's try to paint the tibialis anterior in red. Okay. So based on what I've read and like looked at on some videos and stuff, it looks like, I'm gonna put this down a little bit. Does it show a little bit more? Okay. It's gonna get pretty messy with Puma here, but anyways, it's fine. We'll see how it goes. So the first muscle is the tibialis anterior, and supposedly it's a muscle that starts like, you have like your knee bone, there's like a shin bone here, and a little bit before that you follow the bone down and you put it here. So it's when you do this with the foot, it kind of pops out over here. So let's say I'm just gonna kind of, it's not that red after all. No Puma. Okay, so there's a muscle that starts around here. It goes all the way down, I suppose. And it goes, suppose it's this tendon that pops out when you bend your foot. Is this visible? Anyways, okay, well, this tendon that pops out. And the important thing is that it attaches, Puma. It attaches here to what they call, let's see my notes, the first cuneiform and base of the first metatarsal. All right, so there's like, apparently in the foot there's like some muscle, some bones here, there's like some bigger bones here, and then like what you see like are like the longer toe bones, I guess. So let's say around Oh, pumba. No, pumba. That way. Around here is, so it goes to here and attaches here. Is this visible on camera? Well, I guess I'll show it all later. Pumba. Pumba, no. Okay, so basically that's one line here that's going, attaching to the bottom of the foot here. The next muscle, gosh, this is turning pretty quick. The next muscle is the peroneus longus. Okay, so it looks like this in the book. And it's this muscle that if you touch this bone here on the side, a little bit farther down, where'd it go? Around here, there's a muscle that also pops out when you flex your foot. So let's paint that. Let's paint that green. No, man. Okay, so let's see. Let's find this muscle here. There's a bone. Where's the bone? All right. There's a muscle that controls this thing here. You can feel it pop out. Not Buma. And so this muscle goes into tendons that cross behind the ankle, the bone in the ankle here, and it goes underneath. Okay, Puma, go here. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the intervention time. Okay, yeah, so here's what I'm drawing here. This muscle goes in the tendon that crosses here. There's actually two of them. There's like the longus, which is a bigger one, and a brevis, which is here. The brevis attaches supposedly to the base of the fifth metatarsal, the base of the little toe bone, I guess. And then it keeps on going under the foot to attach at the same place as the other one. So from there, this is the stirrup that the yoga guy is talking about. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. Oh no, got green paint on the sheepy. Okay, well this is the idea. So there's these two things controlling whether the foot goes this way, no, I can't, this way or this way. And then the last muscle that I want to talk about, there's actually like more muscles, of course. What is it, blue? Is, wait, let me show it first. So the last muscle, there's three muscles that are in the stirrup diagram. The last one is the tibialis posterior. So that is for the back of the leg. It's a muscle that's deep inside basically between the two shin bones, like the big bone and the little bone that you have here. And this one I actually really think mine is really weak or kind of inactive or something, because I tend to use like these two big muscles here, and there's this one muscle in here that I saw on another YouTube video that a guy can do the release of it. You go starting from feeling the bone here. If you feel the bone and go right, Puma. Well, Puma has a very nice foot arch. You can bend it, see? Okay, anyways. So if you feel, get down. If you feel the bone and feel where it drops off, you can feel like there's like a muscle in there. Is it visible? So there's a muscle in there that's not this big muscle in the back. So I tend to use the big muscles in the back and then get blocked, and I feel like they're too defined in my legs. So the exercise that the guy showed was to use a tennis ball and to press down in there, twist the skin, and then have to move the foot a little bit, and you feel like, yeah, what I like about this is that something else is working, not just these two big calf muscles here. So you're supposed to like go all the way down. But anyways, the thing I want to show today is this muscle. I'm going to paint it on the side. Technically, I suppose I should paint it from the back, but from the back it doesn't really show where it's going. This one goes, oh yeah, this connection is really weird. So let's see, I'm just going to diagram from around here. And so where this inserts is actually interesting, because this one inserts into the bottom of the navicular and adjacent tarsals and bases of metatarsals. So I'll have to show more closely here. How it attaches inside the foot is actually pretty complicated. So it goes into like some of these bigger bones here, as well as I guess the metatarsal bones. So those are like the long bones, right? So kind of, sort of, what it should do is attach to some point here, and I feel where, and it kind of like spreads out, right? So it attaches into different bones. Oh, can you see this? So something like this. Is this visible from the camera? Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna show this whole big art piece now. Oh no! No! Okay, no, move this please. Okay, so this is also good with the cameras. Okay, so the idea that I wanted to show is using this muscle here instead of this quad muscle here. So if I'm really focusing on all those foot exercises I did, right? So what was one foot exercise that I did? Well, it was let's see. Say one foot exercise is to do. Well, no, you're blocking the foot. Is to do this, right? So instead of using these muscles here, if I'm thinking about using this muscle, this red thing that connects over here to go this way, I don't really have to use these muscles here, or like my quadriceps or my trapezius or something weird, like tension in the shoulders doesn't really help here. So let's say this one makes the foot go this way. The green one is what makes the foot go this way, right? So the green one, it goes and attaches over here. So if I do this, I should be thinking about, it's like a very small movement. But I would much rather begin to use these two muscles as opposed to having like these huge calf muscles in the back. And then this muscle here, the blue one, which I guess, can you see from there? The blue one would be to point the foot. But really the blue is more like in the back, in the middle here. So maybe I could draw it, I don't know, in this line here too. Like to be more accurate about where it is in the back. Yeah, so instead of using this muscle here to point the foot, I want to use something like more deep in here. And also it makes a change here in how I point the foot. So from there, like it's really from this part of the foot onwards is what I need to move. This is what I need to move the foot. There we go. Okay, I don't think this turned out, well, okay. This did not turn out exactly how I imagined, but the idea is to think about these three muscles, and I guess I'll try to write out the names and stuff about what I talked about, because this turned out to be kind of like a weird painting session. So in the next session, I'll stop blabbering away, and then I'm going to try to do practice some set adorno. So like one particular like traspié sort of thing, or like yeah, I'm going to pick an adorno a day and then start with that. So it'll be less talking and just playing around with adornos to specific music. Okay, well, thanks for watching.